Hey guys, welcome back to Mediocre Commentaries, and today we're going to be doing Zone 1 Tower, and this was, someone asked me to do this on my stream yesterday, so yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna be doing Tower of Absolute Vexation, and, it's basically Tower of Rage 2.0, it has, I don't know, I get the same vibe from it, I don't really know why, but yeah, it's an advanced tower in Zone 1, and, I thought, might as well do some more Zone 1 since I've done barely any Zone 1, to be fair. So, basically, the gimmick, how did I mess? Okay, I'm good at this game, don't worry. But basically, the gimmick of Absolute Vexation is that everything, most objects are a spinner. Like, most things are a spinner. So, just, tips for the beginning, just, if you're going into it, just get good at spinners and just get a good feel for where and when to jump on the spinner. So, let's start off with it. And, you may notice that it's very, very bright. But, sorry if you can't really see about that. There's nothing really I can do about that, so, sorry. But, so this tower is very short, admittedly, so it's really not that bad because of just how short it is, but if you mess up, it can become longer than it actually is. So starting off, you got a little moving platform in this spinner. Kind of aim for, like, trying to kind of jump when it's about there, so then you can just land on it smoothly. Again, just kind of get a good feel for the spinners, and you'll be good. So basically, these platforms are wobbly, so just be careful. And these kill bricks, these are can't quite fall, so you just need to worry about not taking too much damage, but it's like literally only 2 kill brick spinners. I don't think you would take much damage. But for this jump, kind of jump from where I am, then kind of go in and then back out. And now we're at floor 2 in 42 seconds, I believe. So yeah, it's a very quick tower. So for this jump, kind of do the same thing I mentioned earlier by going out and in like that. This one's a bit harder just because it's 2 studs. And these kill bricks are can collide true, which means they will, like, you'll get, they're true, so my camera can't go through it, etc., etc. So just, you have to actually jump over them. Just kind of wait till you get a good cycle with it, then just jump over it. It's a bit tight, but once you get a good feel from when to jump, it's fine. This one, just kind of treat it like you would for a normal wrap. Just because it's slanted doesn't mean it's harder. Well, I mean, it does technically, but you know what I mean. I don't know what I'm going on about. So these kill bricks right here, these are can collide true. So basically what you want to do is just wait for the spinner to come over, and then jump when it's about on that kill brick, and then you'll be fine. Because if you time it too late, you will miss the spinner entirely, then just get bonked off by kill bricks. So for this jump, just kind of go in and back out, and aim for the very edge of this, or else you'll bonk your head on that and then fall. Then do the same jump again, go up on there. Then we're almost at 4-3, I believe. So yeah, this video might be a bit shorter than the other ones, but it's a nice video. Not a nice video. This is a nice tower. I actually like this tower. People give it hate just because it's spinners. Oh no, spinners. But it's really not that bad. It's just spinners. So for these are technically half studs because it's half a stud. Just kind of go into first person, not first person, go into third person, and don't use shift lock. Kind of keep your cursor. Basically keep the left side of your cursor on the brick like this. And that's the general rule for doing thin studs. Just kind of keep the left side of your cursor on the brick. So for these shovers, they're just normal shovers. No, nothing weird about them. They are indeed can collide true, as you would expect. So, yes, just kind of avoid them. Then you can go in the zipline. It's got some standard 1 studs. Nothing much to see here. And this spinner only has 1 side, so just kind of jump on this one. And then you can move on. I believe we're at floor... No, we're on, not floor 4 yet. For some reason, I thought this tightrope was the one to go up to floor 4. Forgive me. Just kind of go up here again. I'm going to do these a bit slow, as usual. Gotta keep going along here. But yeah, I generally don't understand why people don't like this tower very much. It's not bad. It's just spinners. People say floor 8 is actually hard and it's a difficulty spike, but I really don't think floor 8 is that hard. But yeah, floor 8 is the hardest floor in the tower. It's and we'll get to why later. But for now, just got a few normal spinner jumps. If you know anything about spinners, you'll do those fine. Just kind of jump. Just predict the movement of the spinner when you jump at it, so you actually land on the spinner. So for this part, floor 4. So this jump looks really hard, but basically what you got to do is use the momentum of the wobbling platform. I mean the rope platform, whatever you want to say, to give you a little boost in height. Then you'll go into climbing animation and you'll go up. I would recommend going into first person to that, just because it's the slightest bit easier for me. But if you're good at it in third person, you can do that too. That's what I recommend. So for these spinners, they go very slowly, so you should be fine. But that one's 1 stud, so just be a bit careful from where you land. But, I think you'll be fine. Now, moving on, just got another tightrope. Go up here. There we go. And then just got some standard 1 studs. No spinners here. And it's got another tightrope. Man, yeah, this tower has a lot of tightropes, so just get used to these. Just me doing these in first person, I guess. Just gonna go across them, slow and steady. Don't rush them, or else you might fall off. These tightropes are a bit thinner than you would imagine. I mean, than you would think. So this is the first painful part. These are fast spinner jumps. So you gotta like do these perfectly, or else that would happen. I timed it way too late. I'll meet you guys back up there. Okay, we're back up here, and this time we're going to not be bad at spinners. So yeah, these spinner jumps aren't very fun, to say the least. So just kind of, oh, it's very tight timing. So just kind of move your character as you're jumping to correspond with where you're gonna land on the spinner. The timing on those is pretty absurd, but you should be good. I almost just, I went into climbing animation on that tightrope. That was stressful because I don't want to do that section again, believe it or not. But yeah, it's pretty much just do you know how to do spinners, or if you don't. So for this part, just kind of jump. It's like Tower of Rage, that 144 section where you have to jump up on the other spinner. So it's kind of like predict when the spinner's actually going to go above you, then go into climbing animation on it, and you'll be good. Then it's got normal spinner jumps, easy stuff. That one's a bit tight, so just be careful. And now you're at 4-5, so don't jump down there. These kill brick walls are not can't quite true, so you can jump through them, and you'll just take damage. So just don't take too much damage. Still, like, even though that they're not can't quite true, still try to avoid them. Don't get cocky. So over this spinner, it's just a bit fast, so just kind of land on it. And then there is a skip you could do by jumping from here to over there, but I don't want to do that since I'm a little sissy baby when it comes to spinners. So yeah, this toned Tower of Never-Ending Dizziness is not going to be the most fun experience for me because I'm not the best at spinners. As I say while I'm doing a tower centered on spinners. Man, I'm good at this. So yeah, just normal spinner jumps, and yeah, like that skip that I was talking about earlier, it only skips like 5 jumps. It's really not worth it. So for this part, yeah, you could do all that parkour, or you can just walk on the kill bricks. You can just keep jumping, and you'll take only like 6 hits or 7, and then you can just skip all of that. So there's literally no point not to do that skip. It's so easy, and it almost feels like it's intended. So for this part, I think you don't have to do this part normally. You can just walk up there, but I don't want to take too much damage because you're going to get hit a lot if you try doing this part, like with this skip. So for these, now we're at 4-6, so I just got a few wedge jumps, triangular terror moment. So basically just kind of jump, like when the wedge is like there, if it's stuck on your side, just kind of walk up a bit, and then you can jump to the center. So for this jump, go to the very edge and try to get in climbing animation on this wedge, so you can just kind of climb up on it. But if you don't and you land on that one, just do a little head hitter. It's really easy, but I personally like to do land on the top one instead of the bottom one. I don't know why. So for this one, walk across these you can actually walk across these forward or sideways. But I like doing it sideways just because it gives it a bit more stability for me. Then for this wedge, just kind of keep walking on it until you gain a bit of height, then walk down on it. Then you can make the jump. Then just walk across forward on these, and then face this way, and then you can just go on the tightrope. Yeah, wedges can be scary sometimes, but if you know what you're doing, you'll be good. So go across this tightrope, make sure you don't fall off, keep your cursor on it. And then once you're here, you're at one of the worst jumps in the tower. So, this jump. Sometimes you can just get screwed over by that jump because sometimes you won't get enough height and you'll just fall. So basically what you want to do is hug the wall so you get a little bit of boost in your jumps. It's like a high jump basically. So get a little boost from get a little boost in your jump power by hugging the wall, then just kind of go on there. Yeah. Oh, whoop, I accidentally opened that. Sorry about that. So for these you know what's really important about that you know about these? These are can't collide true. So that means if you get touched by any of these, you are going to be flung back down. So you gotta memorize. You just have to get the timing perfectly, especially on this jump. So it's like, boom, 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 boom. So what you want to do is time it when it's like jump when it's forward like this. So watch what I do. Ooh, yeah, you see how tight that is? If you mess up any of those motions, you are going back down there. So anyway, this one's a lot more simple. Just walk across. And then everything else on this shover section is really simple. This part's on Tower of Rage. If you watch that, you know what to do here. Just the other half of the pusher is safe. So just kind of keep like going zigzag like I am. And you won't get hit. The only thing you need to worry about is taking damage. But again, it's really easy. So now we're at the first and only outside section of this tower. This part. This jump. This jump, that jump, it's something. It's actually a lot. It's really easy, but it's scary, to say the least. And then for this, kind of go to the very edge so you don't hit the pole. I'm not sure if the poles can collide false or not, but I don't want to find out. So yeah, that spinner jump, just kind of time everything well, and you'll be fine. But one thing I forgot to mention about that spinner jump, only one of the spinners correlates with that platform. So in this case, it would be that one. So kind of watch which spinner correlates with the platform you actually have to jump to, and you'll be good. So these platforms, they're not falling, even though they look like they would be. They're just normal wobbling platforms, which aren't really normal, I suppose, but whatever. Just jump up on here, and then it's got some normal jumps. Can be a bit scary. I think you'll be fine. Just don't get stressed out, and you'll be good. And then that's the end of the outside section. So, yeah, it's a really short outside section, thankfully, and it's really not that hard either. So now we're at floor 7. So, this floor, it has a little break area, has a little pool. It's like, how's the tower going? Take a little break in this room. I like this. It's a nice pool, and you can just jump back out. So, yeah. Anyway, once you've done that, just kind of jump up on here. These are just roped platforms. You don't need to worry about anything. And then jump around to here. Jump in this little gap. And then, like, kind of arrange your character so it's going out like this. Then jump around to there. It's like a weird thin stud thing. And then there's a thin stud here, but it's hard to see, but there is a thin stud there, as you can see. So just jump around it. Mind the 1 stud gap there. Just don't fall in. Jump around that. And then just got a simple 2 stud stick out. And for this part, just don't try to do it. Like, you could do a head hitter skip here, but I don't really want to, so I'm just going to do these wraps normally. So just kind of jump out, and you know the drill. It's easy stuff. Then just keep going across here. Don't jump on these 1 studs. Those are just there to support the rope platforms. They serve no purpose, basically. Just kind of keep going along here. And this platform is moving, so wait for it to move first. Please wait another cycle before it moves, or else it might just when you jump, it might move, and then you'll fall all the way back down to floor 1. So yeah, you don't want that, do you? So just kind of go across it when it's actually there. Then it's got a few head hitters. This part. So this is the shadow part. As you can see, there's all the shadows. So basically, each brick corresponds to where, like, there's an invisible brick corresponding to where the shadow is. So in this case, there's a 1 stud brick here, so wrap around it, then land on the half stud. If you're any decent at thin studs, you'll be good on this part. From this one, don't wrap around, just jump to here, land on here, then just keep the left side of your cursor on the thin stud. Just do a normal wrap around for that one. Then for this one, jump around to here. And then for this final one, whoa, I almost fell off that. That would have been embarrassing, me falling on a half stud. Okay, once you get here, you don't actually need to pay attention to those shadows. You can just barely see the studs right there. You might not be able to see it on my screen, but you should be able to on yours. It's just recording can be a bit strange sometimes. So, yeah, I'm not really going to explain how to do that part, but you can actually see the studs. So just don't care about the shadows. Just look for the studs themselves. Then just walk across this platform. Tightrope, I mean. Sorry about that. And we're at floor 8. Now, oh man, floor 8. Floor 8 is it's an experience. I'm not gonna say if it's a good or bad experience, but it's an experience, all right. So just go across this tightrope. You can just use Great Mustang. It's straight, so you don't need to worry. Spinners, man, spinners. So just watch what I do. I don't like those spinner jumps. But they're really not as hard as as they seem. I almost messed up on that one, but just kind of time them carefully, and that's really all the advice I can give. So for this jump, jump when it's about there, and you'll barely land on it. Then jump on this ladder, and once you're here, you're done with the hard part of the floor. But there are still some hard parts. So just don't mess up this thin stud. Just a half stud, shouldn't have any trouble. Then just jump on these studs. Take mine not to fall in that gap, or else you just have to fall back to floor 7. Then it's got some standard 1 studs. But yeah, don't mess up on this part, or else you have to do all those spinners again. And believe me, you don't want to do those spinners again. So just kind of keep going along here. For this jump, just kind of go in and out. And for this one, treat it as a wraparound, and don't try to land on the ladder. Try to land on the actual stud on the ladder. So it's kind of treat it like a wraparound like this. And you'll barely land on it, and then just kind of turn around like this. Jump on this stud. And then don't miss that ladder jump. Please, for the love of absolute vexation, don't fail that ladder jump. Then just jump on these studs. And then you can keep going along. Oh, man, I am so glad I did floor 8. I did the hard part of floor 8 first try. I'm probably going to jinx it now that I've said that, but I'm just glad I did those spinners first try. Eesh. But yeah, that's the hardest floor of the tower. That part that I just did, that part is the hardest part of the tower. So if you've done that, congratulations. You're done with the hardest part of the tower, and everything from here is it's pretty easy. That's all I'm gonna say. Then just got one more spinner. Shouldn't mess this up. I almost messed it up. Thank you for not making me a hypocrite game. And then you got one more little box spinner thing, so just kind of land on it. I would recommend doing this in first person. Kind of land on the edge of it, then jump on this platform. And then congratulations! You're on floor 9, unless you somehow failed this tightrope. Well, I mean, I can't really say much. I cannot tell you amount of times that I've fallen on floor 10 of Tower of Rage, which is just tightropes if you didn't know. So just keep going up on this one. And then you're at floor 9. Just do it here. And then don't go over there. You need a button first. So what you want to do is go across this tightrope. And now here's where a lot of the tightropes are. So just kind of keep going across this. Make sure you don't fall off. Just kind of focus on it. Then you can jump off. And these platforms are not wobbling or anything. They're just rotated. And now you get to tightrope time. So basically what you want to do is put the left side of your cursor on the tightrope. Then press dot, comma, or greater than less than. Then you just walk across. Dot, comma aligns your character if you didn't know that. So they're really useful. Those two keys are really useful for tightropes. And that's basically how you do this part. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just walk across it normally. But I really wouldn't recommend it just because using alignment keys is just so much more easier. So anyway, once you get this button, you'll get teleported back, and you have 80 seconds to do the rest of the floor. So you can do this tightrope. You can do this tightrope as slow as you want. It's a really lenient timer on the button, so you don't need to worry about running out of time unless you just are incredibly slow. So once you get here, here's where the button part actually starts. For this part, just do a little head hitter, go across here, do a jump, do a walk around. Not a walk around. Why? Don't do a walk around there, please. I meant just wrap around that. Go up here, go up this ladder. And then just got, what is this, 6 stud? Just jump around that. Then just kind of hug the wall for these studs. And then once you're here, congratulations. Actually, not yet. Yeah, not yet. But once you're here, congratulations. You're at floor 10. Please don't mess up floor 10. Please do not mess up floor 10. Floor 10 is so easy if you know what you're doing. So just know what you're doing. That's all I can say. These spinners go very slowly, so you don't need to worry about actually timing them well. So just kind of go at it from the side like this, like I'm doing. Then land on this platform. Do a normal jump. Jump up on here. And then these spinners. These spinners aren't fun. Just kind of, for these ones, just kind of designate your sight on one of these spinners and then keep your sight on that. It sounds a bit weird, but I'll explain once I get to this platform. So basically, keep your eye on only one of the spinners. So in this case, I would keep my eye on that one. Just aim for that spinner, and do the same for the rest of these. Only aim for one of them. Don't just try to take a leap of faith and hope you land on one of the spinners. So from here, just got a few tight ropes. I almost messed that up. That would have been one of the most embarrassing fails I've ever had. So just kind of keep going across the tight ropes and don't pull on me and almost fall off. So yeah, I'm gonna ghost this just because I can't really see that well. So yeah, ghosting is just moving your mouse wheel out once you can actually see through the neon. So anyway, just keep walking across here. And then you're at the final part. These spinners go very fast. So just kind of jump across them sideways. And congratulations! You beat the funny tower. Oh man. Yeah, you beat Absolute Vexation. Cool. I actually really like that tower. I really don't. I think it's really good. But as always, that's gonna wrap it up for. Thank you, Z Legitimate. But anyway, that's gonna wrap it up here, guys. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon with another episode. See ya.